Okay, let's get into it. We are taking a deep dive today into Superlove Hair,
Hmm.
the online place selling human hair wigs, bundles, closures, lace fronts, that kind of thing.
Right. And the big question, the one we're really trying to answer here is this place, superlowhair.com, actually legit? Or is it maybe, just another scam trying to catch people out?
Exactly. So our goal, our mission, if you like, is
Yeah.
to pull together all the evidence we can find, how they operate online, what actual customers are saying, and give you a really clear picture.
Yeah, get past the hype or the horror stories and see what's actually going on.
So first impressions.
Hmm.
When you look at Superlove Hair, there are definitely signs that suggest they're, well, established, not some pop-up shop.
Hmm.
I mean, look at their social media. They're active on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook specifically, they've got a huge audience, over 210,000 followers there. That's pretty solid.
That is solid. And also the website domain itself, superlowhair.com, it's been active since 2020.
Right, 2020. So we're talking what, coming up on 5 years of being online consistently?
Yeah, and in e-commerce, especially this niche, surviving for 5 years, that actually says something. It suggests they're not just like a temporary drop shipping front that disappears overnight.
Good point. It shows some level of staying power.
Definitely. And it's not just about age. They seem to put effort into customer assurance too. They list multiple ways to get in touch: email, live chat, WhatsApp, even a phone number.
So they're making themselves reachable, at least on paper.
Exactly. It gives that impression of accessibility, which is important for trust.
Okay, so the structure seems to be there. But for hair products, obviously what matters is the actual product. What did we find about their inventory, the presentation?
Well, the range looks quite good. They cover the main textures people want: straight, body wave, curly, water wave, the essentials.
Uh-huh.
And they get specific with the lace options too, which buyers care a lot about. They list the 4x4, the 13x4, the 13x6 closures and frontals.
So they know the terminology, what experienced buyers are looking for.
It seems like it. And visually, from their site photos and descriptions, the products look good. Everything appears, clean, packaged neatly, well presented.
Okay, but this is where it gets interesting, isn't it? Because if you only look at the reviews on their own website,
Ah, yes.
they are overwhelmingly positive, like almost too perfect. People saying the hair is super soft, shipping was lightning fast, looks amazing right out of the box.
Right. And some initial feedback you see elsewhere does echo that. Quick shipping, hair feels soft initially.
Yeah, the 5 years online. It's long enough to build a decent-looking operation, sure. But is it also long enough to maybe hide some inconsistency behind the shiny website reviews?
That's exactly the tension point. And that's where looking at external review sites becomes crucial. Trustpilot, for instance.
What does Trustpilot say?
Well, their rating for Superlove Hair is about 3.5 stars, which
Wow,
is distinctly average.
okay, 3.5, so not terrible, not a total disaster, but definitely not glowing either.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And what that 3.5 tells us is that experiences are genuinely mixed. It confirms it's not likely an outright scam people are receiving products, but the quality and experience clearly vary a lot.
So what are the specific complaints then? What's dragging that score down from the perfect picture on their own site?
The issues that keep coming up are pretty specific. Things like customers receiving the wrong hair lengths, completely different from what they ordered.
Oh, that's a big one.
Huge. Or significant problems with the actual wig construction. Maybe the stitching is bad, the wefts are thin, or the hair starts shedding excessively after just a couple of wears.
Quality control issues, basically.
Seems like it. And another major theme in the negative reviews is customer service. When people do have these problems, wrong length, bad construction, they report that getting help is difficult. Service is slow, sometimes unhelpful.
Right, so if something goes wrong, fixing it might be a headache.
That seems to be a common frustration, yeah. So putting it all together, Superlove Hair looks like a real company, processing orders, sending out products. But whether the product you get matches the description or lasts well, that seems kind of hit or miss.
Okay, so if the quality control is inconsistent and customer service can be patchy, what's the practical takeaway for someone listening right now, maybe thinking about placing an order?
I think the main takeaway is you need to be aware of the risk. Understand that while this company is established, the product you receive might not meet the expectations set by their marketing or those glowing on-site reviews.
So caution is advised.
Definitely. Due diligence is key.
Yeah.
Don't just look at the star rating. Really read the reviews, especially the negative ones. Look for recent customer photos if you can find them, not just the company's pictures. Pay attention to details about the construction, the lace quality, the density.
Good advice. Know exactly what you think you're buying and check if others actually receive that.
Yes, because with something like hair, especially wigs and frontals, those details, lace type, knotting, density, they matter immensely to the final look and value. It's a high consideration purchase for most people.
Absolutely. Okay, great actionable points there. And maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to mull over. What does it tell us about this particular market niche that a vendor can operate, apparently for years, with such mixed feedback, hovering around that 3.5-star reality?
That's interesting.
It suggests that, well, enough customers are getting a decent product, perhaps at an attractive price point, to keep them in business, right? Even while others are having genuinely poor experiences, it forces you to think critically about that pattern, that inconsistency, and weigh the risk versus potential reward for yourself. It's not just about the stars, it's about what the spread of experiences reveals.